looking for an Apex history lesson, huh? Well, I didn't exactly ace frontier studies in high school, but I know my way around this one. You just gotta go back a few centuries to get the whole story. Let's start with Earth, Pluto, the whole Milky Way. Those are old news. You and me are at the edge of the frontier, a region of space about as far away from the cradle of humanity as you can get. People have been building settlements in the frontier since the 2200s, so that's like, what, 500 years? This isn't just some backwater either. Sure, we've got farms and some one-trident towns, but we've also got interstellar travel, labs full of brainiac scientists, and cities the size of planets. Angel City used to be my old stomping ground when I bothered touching down. All of that expansion was funded by the IMC, Interstellar Manufacturing Corp. Blah, 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 blah. They thought that meant they had the run of the place. Some folks called the Frontier Militia didn't see it that way. That turned into a dogfight that lasted decades. The only thing that could end it was... yeah, baby! Titans are walking battle tanks controlled by elite fighters called pilots. That one runs in the family. The end of the Frontier War came down to who had the best Titan pilot 1-2 punch. And then...
I'll take it from here. This part's my bread and butter. Nobody knows what happened in the final fight between the IMC and the militia. Right when the battle should have been over, somebody flipped a switch and the Frontier's comms went dark. With no way to call for aid and tapped of resources by the war, people packed up and headed for the Outlands. The Outlands are a far-off corner of the frontier that went mostly untouched by the war. Thousands of people travel to the Outlands looking for a better life. And wouldn't you know it, when a bunch of people want the same stash of supplies, things can get foobar. A civil war broke out between the Outlands planets, and it'd probably still be raging today if the mercenary syndicate hadn't stepped in. That bunch of old war dogs wasn't interested in fighting over ashes, so they got all the right leaders to the table and signed the syndicate treaty. Not everybody showed up that day, but enough put their heads together to create a real confederation of planets. The treaty offered peace, infrastructure support, and trade, and a massively popular sport called...
the Apex Games! This is where I shine. Okay, so, the games are a blood sport, where everyone fights to be the last team standing. You've got to focus on weapons, positioning, team composition, strategy, and, you know, having a good time. People come here from all over the Outlands to compete, and even more tune in to cheer for their favorites. The greatest competitors of all become legends.
Looking for me?
And away we go!
Oh, what a rush!
Surviving's not for everyone.
You got bamboozled.
Don't have all the fun without me! Legends are some of the best fighters in the Outlands, and each of us have our own special skills. The Apex Games can be brutal, and not everyone who enters the ring comes out alive. But the legends have survived against all odds. So we keep coming back, match after match, to see who are the real Apex champions. I guess that gives some people a big head. Some of them keep ending up in the middle of crazy situations that change the Outlands forever. Whether it's saving it, or definitely not saving it. That sounds fun and everything. Pero ako, I've got my eyes on the prize, you know? The sun will rise on all of us. The Apex Games have changed a lot, too. New places becoming Apex arenas, secret labs getting dug up or blown up, ships crashing, cities falling out of the sky, lobster monsters attacking. It never gets old, whether you're watching it or living it. I can't wait to see what's next.